Picture this moment happening tonight. It's 8:52, your stomach growls, and panic sets in immediately. You reach for the pantry door, convinced you're starving, convinced your willpower has finally failed you completely. But here's something almost nobody has ever told you about that feeling. That gnawing sensation in your stomach right now is rarely real physical hunger at all. It's something far sneakier, something your brain has been quietly training for years without your permission. Scientists call it habit hunger, and it's triggered by pure repetition, not by actual biological need. Maybe you always have dessert the moment dinner ends, every single night. Maybe you eat popcorn automatically while watching television without even thinking about it. Your brain has permanently linked that activity with food, wiring the two together tightly. So when the activity happens and the food doesn't follow, your brain panics instantly. It sends out urgent hunger signals begging you to complete the pattern it expects. This is not weakness, and it is definitely not a lack of discipline. It's simply neurological conditioning built slowly over months and years of repetition. And thankfully, conditioning that was built can absolutely be unbuilt with the right tool. Here's a ridiculously simple trick that works far better than you'd expect. It's called the tea trick, and it takes less than 2 minutes. The moment that evening hunger hits, walk straight past the pantry entirely. Instead, boil water and make yourself a warm cup of herbal tea. Chamomile works beautifully. Peppermint works beautifully. Ginger works beautifully too. Choose whatever flavor genuinely feels comforting and soothing to you personally. Here's exactly why this trick works so incredibly well psychologically. The warmth mimics the physical sensation and comfort of eating something. The liquid physically fills your stomach, sending real fullness signals to your brain. And the ritual itself, the pouring, the steeping, the sipping, satisfies something deeper. It satisfies your brain's craving for a nighttime routine and closure. Within 10 to 15 minutes, that intense hunger feeling almost always vanishes completely. Why does it disappear so quickly, so reliably, almost every single time? Because it was never true physiological hunger in the first place. It was habit, boredom, or emotional association dressed up as hunger. The tea interrupts the pattern without breaking your fasting window at all. Now, let's talk about a second powerful strategy hiding in plain sight. This one involves something you probably never connected to belly fat before. It's called light exposure, and it directly controls your melatonin production. Remember, melatonin is the master hormone driving this entire nighttime process, and melatonin production is extremely sensitive to the light surrounding you. Bright lights, especially blue light pouring from screens and overhead LEDs, actively suppress it. They trick your ancient brain into believing it's still broad daylight outside. So after 8 p.m. tonight, start deliberately dimming your entire environment. Turn off harsh overhead lighting and switch to soft, warm lamps instead. If you're scrolling your phone or watching television, enable night mode immediately. Consider wearing orange-tinted blue light-blocking glasses during those final evening hours. These small, almost effortless changes help your brain ramp up melatonin naturally. Not only will you fall asleep faster and sleep more deeply, you'll also reinforce that critical metabolic shift into true fat-burning mode. Now, here's the third strategy, and honestly, this one might matter most. Do not attempt to jump straight into the 6 p.m. rule tonight. If you're currently eating dinner at 8 or snacking until 10, slow down. Your body and your deeply ingrained habits both need real time. Instead, simply move your very last meal 30 minutes earlier than usual. If you normally eat at 8, try 7:30 for one full week. Just 1 week, nothing more. Nothing dramatic, nothing overwhelming or extreme. Let your body quietly adjust. Let your schedule naturally recalibrate around this shift. The following week, push it back further to 7 o'clock exactly. Then 6:30 the week after. Then finally, 6 o'clock precisely. This gradual approach allows your hunger hormones to slowly recalibrate themselves. It gives your family time to adjust if schedules are shared together. It transforms an intimidating lifestyle overhaul into something quietly manageable and sustainable. And here's what most people notice happening along this exact journey. Each new step feels remarkably easier than the previous one somehow. That's because your body has been silently adopting the entire time. One more thing you absolutely need to hear before we continue further. This does not have to be flawless every single day. If you have a dinner party, a celebration, a special late occasion, that's completely fine. The goal was never rigid, obsessive perfection chasing some arbitrary internet rule. The real goal is simple consistency, maintained most nights of the week. Following this rule 5 or 6 days weekly still produces significant, measurable results. Your metabolism doesn't actually crave perfection. It craves dependable, predictable patterns it can trust. Stopping your eating at 6 p.m. tonight was never about deprivation or suffering. It was never about blindly obeying some random rule from a video. It's about something far deeper, far more meaningful than simple willpower alone. It's about restoration, about finally giving your exhausted body the gift of time. Time to heal itself, time to repair damage, time to access stored energy. Your body genuinely needs 12 to 14 consecutive hours of complete silence from food. Only then can it complete the critical maintenance work keeping you truly healthy. And here's something crucial I've learned studying metabolism and real human transformations closely. Belly fat is almost never simply about the fat sitting there alone. It's a symptom, a warning light, a signal something deeper is imbalanced. And that imbalance is usually shockingly simple once you actually see it clearly. Your body never, ever gets a genuine break from processing food. Breakfast arrives, then a mid-morning snack, then lunch, then another afternoon snack follows, then dinner, then dessert, then one final bedtime snack before sleep begins. From sunrise until midnight, food keeps arriving in a relentless, unbroken stream. Insulin keeps spiking repeatedly. Your digestive system never truly rests or recovers fully. Your fat-burning mechanisms never get the chance to properly switch on at all. Your cellular cleaning crews never receive the quiet time they desperately need. Over months and eventually years, this constant fed state quietly compounds into disaster. It becomes chronic fat storage, chronic inflammation, chronic insulin resistance, chronic disease risk. But when you finally stop eating at 6 p.m. tonight, everything shifts dramatically. You're not just changing a mealtime, you're changing your entire relationship with biology. You're sending an unmistakable message straight down to every single cell inside you. That message says, I trust you. I trust my own ancient design completely. I trust that working with my natural rhythm instead of fighting it works. And your body will respond, quietly, faithfully, exactly the way it was built to. You'll notice it first in how loosely your clothes suddenly start fitting. You'll see it staring back at you differently the next time you check the mirror. You'll feel it in steadier energy, in sharper focus, in genuinely deeper sleep. You'll eventually measure it in blood work, better insulin sensitivity, lower inflammation, improved cholesterol. But perhaps the most powerful shift of all happens somewhere completely unexpected inside you. In a chaotic world where so much genuinely feels entirely outside your control, this right here tonight is something you can fully control yourself. This is a decision only you get to make, starting the moment you choose. This is real power, quiet power, power you get to reclaim completely tonight. You are not a helpless victim trapped permanently by uncontrollable cravings or genetics. You are not doomed to carry that stubborn belly fat forever, ever, period. You are proving it slowly, one choice at a time, one night at a time. So tonight, when that clock strikes 6, put the fork down deliberately and completely. Make your tea, dim your lights, and trust the process fully tonight. Tell me in the comments exactly what time you're committing to stopping tonight. Share your commitment, share your questions, share your results as this unfolds. Because this isn't a diet, a trend, or a temporary fix at all. This is you finally working with your biology instead of fighting it endlessly. And once you feel this shift for yourself, you'll never go back.